What's your favorite hotel in the United States? I'm not talking about Las Vegas, which is a whole nother category, and that involves gambling. I'm talking about hotels and resorts that you visited in the United States. Well, I'll tell you what mine is, and there's no doubt in my mind that one of the prettiest hotels in this country is the Gaylord Opryland Hotel and Resort in Nashville, Tennessee. If you're taking a riverboat cruise with American Cruise Line and it starts out in Nashville, they will put you up at the Opryland Hotel the first night. And this is really a fun place to stay. It was my second visit because I had gone previously at Christmas time, and now it was springtime. Hi, I'm Sandy from Sandy Over 70. Thanks for tuning in and watching my channel. The Opryland Hotel is the largest non-gaming in-house resort and exhibition space in the world with over 700,000 square feet of meeting space. There are 2,800 guest rooms. There are 9 acres of cascading waterfalls and an indoor river with its own Delta flatboat. There are more than 15 restaurants and lounges and 14 retail spaces. There is moving water. There are waterfalls. There is an echoing of this sound throughout. So actually, it's quite noisy in there. But the impression you get when you first walk in is pretty overwhelming the first time you see it. We checked into our room, which was a standard room, a nice size, overlooking a parking lot, but that's okay since we arrived quite late in the day and we only had really that late afternoon and evening to explore. Fortunately, we had been there previously, so I didn't have to see things for the first time. It was just a review. That evening, they took us to the Grand Ole Opry, and that's another story. But let me give you a little tour here of the 3 areas that make up this grand hotel. They are Cascades, Delta, and Magnolia. Each of these is almost a separate hotel in itself because it has a lobby, and around the lobby, or I don't know what you would call it, it's all open with the hotel rooms around it so that you have a view of these beautiful water features. Now, we were staying in Cascade, and that's the first one that you come to, and that's where the main restaurant is, which is called Cascades. So we did have our late lunch dinner there, and I knew from previous experience that the food is good there, and it was. And while you're eating, again, you're hearing the water falling, and you're looking around at all of the beautiful decorations. So it's a great place to eat. After that, we visited Delta, Magnolia, and the Convention Center. This is a great place to stay if you're there for a convention because there's so much to do right in the building. This is the entrance to a shopping area here in the Delta Island. So if you're staying in Delta for convention or meeting, there are endless places to eat here and things to do. I finally got in to visit something that had intrigued me on the last visit, and that was an area called Sound Waves. I couldn't figure out what in the world that was, and it was closed last time, but this time I was able to walk in there. And Sound Waves is a 4-acre, 3-level, indoor-outdoor water experience with a recreation zone. There is an extra fee for this. It's a great place for children. I wouldn't be interested in it per se, but for families, a great addition.
Breakfast was interesting this morning at the Opryland Resort. Every tour that I've ever taken has included breakfast the morning after you get there and before you start your tour, but they did not include it. And the cruise director was mentioning it on the shuttle bus last night that we should complain to American Cruise Line, and I didn't know what she was talking about, but now I know. The only options for breakfast, we were told, was the restaurant where they had a fixed price buffet for $35 a person. I'm not a big eater. I can't eat a $35 breakfast, but that's what I had.
I hope you enjoyed this little tour of the Opryland Hotel. And if you ever get a chance to even go in and just visit and walk around, if you're in Nashville, Tennessee, I highly recommend it. Thanks for watching and have a great day.